Jackson also is a cultural hub of the city. I don't know if y'all know this, but every surrounding county is a dry county before, I think, beer sales and gas station things. But everything else, you can't go to Joe's restaurant in Bolivar or the Catfish Place in Henderson and get a glass of wine with your meal. So we have a cultural center that we can bring and have revenue come to Jackson. Just in Jackson alone, as far as recreational activities, we have movie theaters, we have golf courses, restaurants, and things like this to bring people in. We have 4 colleges, folks. Not counting Tennessee Technology Institute, we have 5 institutes of higher learning in Jackson, Tennessee. We have cultural centers, art centers, theater guilds, the Jackson Symphony, the Civic Center, Omen Arena. All these things make Jackson a cultural institute of West Tennessee and a cultural hub. 2 major cities on either side of us, a lot of small towns in between. We also have I-40 runs right up through there. We deserve a government for the people. Far too long, politicians put their own ideas and own principles before others. I promise to listen to you, and I promise to hold monthly meetings, whether it's 1 person, whether it's 100 people. Come in different areas of the district. They can tell me their problems, tell me their concerns, tell me their ideas, how to make Jackson, how to make the district better. This meeting will not be a place for pressure groups, for press releases. Your ideas deserve to be heard, and I'll listen to them, and I take that into effect every time I take a vote. Spending our taxpayer dollar wisely is also an important issue. Our government officials have had bad decisions and irresponsible decisions for years. We can hold the burden for that. I promise as a city councilman, every decision I make, every time I push that button, I will have the taxpayer in mind, I will have the citizen in mind, and I will have every resident in mind. You deserve it, and I'll deliver that. We need to support our local businesses. Not only do we need to bring industry into Jackson, we also need to support those who want to start a local business in Jackson. My family moved here in the late 1700s, early 1800s, and since then have been involved in local businesses. I can take you out to Midtown, downtown East Jackson, have a Stump, Yandle and Conger on the sidewalks. Before that, it was Park and Conger Lumber Construction. Take you on Old Hickory, Science First, and my dad started. So we've had local businesses here, and my family has thrived due to local businesses. So I'll do everything reasonable and possible to support local businesses, especially within downtown and the Midtown area. Quality education, I think, is important. Now, I know as being a city official, we don't have an actual voting say-so on how education goes and what we can do for the school board. But I think as city leaders, we should support education. A prime example of what I do now is I'm a volunteer advisor for Madison Camp, which is a college access program. Right before I got to stand up and talk, my student was texting me trying to figure out what we need to do if we had a meeting tonight. We had one Tuesday. I had 2 students from JCM. Both have single mother households. Both the mothers didn't go to college. They had no idea what a FAFSA is, what a college application is, even the first step how to get into college. So I did with my 2 students. We walked them through personally on each FAFSA process, how to apply for college, and how to get into college. And he was texting me now trying to figure out how he can get some more scholarships because he doesn't know the first step on how to look for a scholarship. That's a strictly volunteer role, and it's also with the county and city mayors. They provide a last dollar scholarship. So anything that they don't get as far as FAFSA or scholarships they get by themselves, if they go to Jackson State or they go to Tennessee Technology Institute, their first 2 years of college, if the FAFSA doesn't cover or their personal scholarships don't cover, that last dollar scholarship goes to that. So they'll be out of their first 2 years of college debt-free. Now, if I'd have had that option going to college, getting my first 2 years debt-free, I'd have taken that because, I mean, loan debt for students is insurmountable these days. If you go to grad school, right, undergrad, you're looking at going to a major university, you're looking at $70,000 to $80,000 of student loan debt after you graduate. Listening is also a key aspect. Like I said, folks, for far too long, politicians at every level have put their own ideas, their own principles, their own desires before the desires of the people. I will listen. You deserve someone who listens, I will listen. I know it sounds very simple. That's the whole key of why I'm running.